Hi, everybody. It is Thursday, the 4th of July. We finished last night and had about a 10-hour bus drive here. We are now in Osage Beach, Missouri, and tomorrow today is our day off, and then we will run over to Camdenton, Missouri tomorrow to play at the Ozark Amphitheater. We've got these long, kind of rough drives coming up. Some of them are about 1,000 miles. Our days off are consumed by driving. I wanted to, number one, I just want to, I'm not apologizing for it, but I just want to say, I've been wanting to do the clubhouse, I've been wanting to do the one-on-ones, and the schedule that we have on this tour just does not permit itself from having a day to do really anything except work, and the days off are really spent driving. So it's difficult, but as soon as I can, I will get it together. I know some new people have joined up for the one-on-ones, and I will, as soon as I possibly can, will be scheduling that so we can do that, because I really enjoy it and I look forward to it. I loved our gig in Madison because Daryl Sturmer came to the gig. And I've not seen Daryl. I saw Daryl maybe last year, I think it was, when we played Summerfest in Milwaukee, because that's where Daryl lives. And but we got together beforehand because it's a real crazy gig there at Summerfest, and he didn't want to put himself through it coming there, so we got together in the hotel and just hung out. But this time he was able to come to the gig and see Lamont and Amy again, because like I posted on the video there, and it was great to see him. I really miss Daryl. He was really my road hang when we were on tour. If I did anything with anybody, chances are it was Daryl, and we go back to meeting in the elevator in 1984 at the Royal Garden Hotel in London to do Phil Collins's No Jacket Required album. But this tour is going really well. The shows have been really good. I'm delighted. Lyle is so generous. And when he said, sell your books at the gigs, it'd be great, because he's got a lot of merch at the things, and Lamont Van Hook has his new album there available, which is great. So some of these gigs I've sold anywhere from 12 to 17 books a night at the show. So it's really fun. I go out and sit at after we play our show, I go out to the merch table and just hang out with people there and sign their books for them and take pictures and all that stuff. So it's been pretty cool. Hard part is missing home. I'm stressed about Maureen's well-being while I'm out here, because this is the longest she'll have been on her own since her accidents. But she's doing okay. She's got a good circle of friends that are there for her. And I can't imagine how much Romeo is going to have changed by the time I get home, as this is the puppy growth time. And so this almost 6 weeks that I won't have seen him. And I'm sure he's going to be a very different dog when I get home. But he had his first bath yesterday. She wrote to me. And during the course, the other boys, Marcello and Rosano, love our groomer. We have a mobile groomer who comes to the house, and he's this wonderful guy named Pinky, and he has a huge old school bus that he converted into a dog grooming thing. And like all the windows have pictures of dogs looking out on them, and the thing looks almost like the Partridge Family. And but this was Romeo's first time, and I think he was anxious because they said they bathed him, dried him, and he pooped. So they bathed him and dried him, and he pooped. So they bathed him and dried him, and he pooped again. Pooped 3 times while he was being bathed. What a squirt! What a poop! So, but he's doing good. And but I thought I would just, since we have a day off today and we're kind of in the middle of nowhere here, the main thing also is, boy, anything you can do to protect animals or pets, tonight. I mean, it's not even an evening anymore when this fireworks insanity goes on. You know, as people start days before and they still like they're blowing up residual stuff for a day or two afterwards. But, you know, it's like we always put the boys in the den, turn the TV up kind of loud, you know, with some show on it that's really not going to bother them, you know, just have it up and just try to create situations where they're comfortable, because it is a horrendous time for wildlife and for pets, and just so many escape. You know, a fence that they would have never been able to jump normally with the adrenaline that goes on in their systems when this stuff is going on, they're gone. Yeah, it's just really terrible. I mean, then you worry about the stuff you can control. It's like all the lunatics that go out and think the way to celebrate is to go out and shoot guns into the air. You know, bullets do come down. It's, you know, it's that double-edged sword, you know, of celebration and irresponsibility through all of this stuff. And emergency rooms are full of people that suddenly don't have fingers or something like that. You know, alcohol and fireworks doesn't really work that well. One of the craziest things I remember, I was traveling cross country with a friend many back in the 60s. And we were in, I can't remember, it was New Mexico, Arizona, but we stopped at an Indian trading store. It was one of those trading posts. And we walked in there, and had a whole section of it was fireworks in there. And this family came in and loaded their car up with fireworks. They thought this was the greatest thing they ever saw. And as they were starting to pull out of the parking lot, a policeman pulled them over, and they said, "What's the problem?" And the guy said, "Well, you know, fireworks are illegal in this state." And they went, "Well, we just bought them in here." He goes, "Well, this is an Indian trading post. This is Indian land. They're not illegal in Indian land, but when you pull out the driveway, you're back in the state." And there's basically serious ramifications. So they confiscated all of the fireworks, and the people left. And then the guy took them back in. And they put them back on the shelf. It's like, oh, really. Those are the days where you kind of wish you had an iPhone or something like that, where you could just kind of sit there and document something like this, because it was really unbelievable to watch this go down. But I thought, since I'm not working today, and I just wanted to hear some music. I wanted to go back. This guy's one of my all-time favorite artists that I've worked with. I've adored him as a friend and as a musician forever. And I've been really blessed to have been able to do a couple of projects with him over the years. And that is Randy Newman. Now, I featured this album on a video way back, and my friend Mark Brooks will probably post and document when I did that, because he's so great about just archivally digging into things and finding them. And I can always say, well, I won't do that because Mark will cover it. But this was an album called Land of Dreams from 1988 that I did with Randy Newman. And the fun thing was all the tracks I did with him, Mark Knopfler produced them and played on them. But there's a little thing, and there's a blurb on here that talks about this a bit, and I'm going to read it. So I'm going to look over this way, because that's where it's written. Land of Dreams is a 1988 album by Randy Newman featuring vignettes of his childhood in New Orleans. The best-known song on the album is It's Money That Matters, which rose to the top of the mainstream rock charts for 2 weeks to become Newman's only #1 hit on any U.S. chart. It features Mark Knopfler on guitar. Prior to this album's release, the song Something Special was the closing title music for the 1987 MGM production Overboard, starring Goldie Hawn and Kurt Russell, and the piano bridge from the song Dixie Flyer would subsequently often be used as a break or filler music, most notably on the Car Talk radio program. The song Falling in Love features the credits on the 1989 Tom Selleck film her alibi. But Randy, I mean, his film scores, I mean, it's one of those things, everybody knows the name Randy Newman, and if you really want to see any more about Randy and the Newman dynasty, I mean, the family Newman, with Alfred Newman and Thomas Newman, it's one of the most gifted family lines ever. And so it's worth looking him up too. He's something really special, but just the most wonderfully quirky and interesting character I've ever really had the pleasure of working with. So I thought I'd play a couple more songs. So let me pull up something here and give you some credits. This one is Dixie Flyer, and let me say here, this is myself on bass, Carlos Vega on drums, Mark Knopfler on guitar, Randy Newman on piano, Guy Fletcher on synclavier, and Randy Newman singing. So let's listen to something here. Dixie Flyer. Get this back so I get the downbeat.
New Orleans.
God, he's good. He's good. Just listen to playing with Carlos was I miss him so much. Carlos Vega was one of my favorite drummers in my life. I miss him so much. And just listening to that, just how it just flows so beautifully. And it was such a trip to get a chance to play with Knopfler. He has such a beautiful guitar style. I mean, I've been a fan of him, certainly since Sultans of Swing hit and all that. But this was a real fun project. We did this at Bill Schnee's studio, which Bill has since moved to Nashville. And this was in North Hollywood on Lancashire. I did a lot of projects at his studio. But, and it was just, I think either today or yesterday was Bill's birthday. So happy birthday, Bill Schnee. But this was really a fun project to do there. So let's do another tune here. Let's see what we got here. Well, I think I'll save this one to close off with. This was New Orleans Wins the War. Let me get some credits on this one. Myself on bass, Carlos Vega on drums, Mark Knopfler on guitar, Randy Newman on piano, Guy Fletcher on synclav, and Randy Newman on vocals. So just like the previous one. Here we go. New Orleans Wins the War. Get that downbeat. Damn, these things. Yeah.
Don't remember much about my baby days, but I've been told
Nobody sounds like
used to
him.
live on Willow in the Garden District, next to the Sugar Bowl. Mommy used to wheel me past an ice cream wagon, one side for white, one side for color. Remember trash cans floating down Canal Street, rained every day one summer. Mama used to take me to Audubon Park, show me the ways of the world. She'd say, here comes a white boy, there goes a black one, that one's a knockaroo. This little cookie here's a macaroon, that big round thing's a red balloon, and the paper down here's called a pinky. Here's a New Orleans too. Baby, 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 baby. 1948, my daddy came to the city, told the people that they'd won the war. Maybe they'd heard it, maybe not. Probably they'd have heard about it, just forgot. As they built here on the platform there in Jackson Square, the people came to hear him from everywhere. They started to party some more, cause New Orleans had won the war.
There's nobody like him, Jesus. Okay, let me grab one more here. And this is the title that I talked about there. This was his number one hit that he had for 2 weeks. It's Money That Matters, and it's myself on bass, Carlos Vega on drums, Mark Knopfler on guitar, Randy Newman on piano, Guy Fletcher on synclav, Kevin Maloney on synthesizer, and then a ton of background singers. Background vocals by Mark Knopfler, Jeff Lynne, Tom Petty, Dana Drum, Bob Hilburn, Adrian Howell, Nicole Jones, Jesse Canner, Deborah Neal, Jeannie Novak, Twyla Rice, Karen Verkoelen, I believe, and Frank Wolf. Let me see if I get some. The albums were these tracks that we were doing were produced by Mark Knopfler, arranged by Randy on them. Again, I want to get some. Bob Ludwig did the mastering. It was mixed by Frank Wolf, and a whole lot of different engineers involved on the project. Frank Wolf, Jack Puig, Elliot Shiner, Mark Linnett, Neil Dorfsman, and Bob Shaper. So that's that. Well, let's listen to this last one on here, which is "It's Money That Matters." Here we go. Get it back to the downbeat.
Of all of the people that I used to know, most never adjusted to the great big world. I see them working in bookstores, working for the public radio, when the beat is around, the sack on their back, moving careful and slow. It's money that matters. Hear what I say. Money that matters. Let me well say. All these people are much brighter than I. In any fair system, they would flourish and thrive. But they barely survive. They eat out of living. They barely survive. When I was a young boy, maybe 13, I took a hard look around me. That's what this means. So I talked to my father, he didn't know. I talked to my friend, he didn't know. I talked to my brother, he didn't know. Talk to everybody that I knew. It's money that matters. Now you know that it's true. It's money that matters. Whatever you do. I talked to a man, lived up on the county line. I was washing his car with a friend of mine. It was a metal black guy in a red jumpsuit. I said, that looks kind of funny. He said, I know it does too. He got a great big house on the hill here. Great big driveway inside it. Great big pool in my backyard. Now the
So Randy Newman, Land of Dreams, 1988. Yeah, what a treat. Last time I worked with him, we were doing the gig that we do at the Library of Congress called We Write the Songs for ASCAP. And he came in and he performed. I was part of the house band. It was just great to hang with him. And there, but I've been around him so many times, and just one of those guys, like Dolly and Cocker and Willie, and so, they're one of those singers that one word comes out of their mouth and you go, I know who that is. It's like they've got such a signature sound. Really, they own it, as they say. So that's music for today. I'm really looking forward to some gigs coming up here. We're going to be playing in Spokane, which I am thrilled about because my sister Debbie and her husband David are coming to the show. I haven't seen them since the last time we were up in Montana, and I think that was last year. So it's going to be great to see them, and then we're going to be in Aspen at the Belly Up for 2 nights, which is great. We played there with the immediate family not that long ago, and then we're going to be, I'm so thrilled, we'll be back at Red Rocks again. I think we're going to be with Sean Colvin at Red Rocks. So that's going to be great, and she'll sing. She'll come in and sing with Lyle too, and he'll sing with her. So it's going to be a really nice evening because last time it was we were with the symphony there. So that's going to be great. So it's going great. It's it's hard being away from home. The travel is hard. I mean, here we are. We're kind of just zigzagging back and forth across the country. So we've got these pretty long, hellacious drives, but that's the nature of the beast. People wonder why the hell did you're driving by a place you're going to be in a week, kind of thing, to travel far. But so much of it is really the availability of venues too. Sometimes they've been booked up by the time the booking agents are settling on the tour. So you take the available dates, and it might be, inconvenient, but that's how it works. So I'm going to go for a little walk. Then I'm going to come back. I have a couple of songs to work on for Lyle that he wants us to take a look at, and then I have another friend who sent me some music to possibly record for him. So I'm going to check those songs out and see if that's going to work out, and just fill the day with stuff to do here. So I wish everybody the best. I will get the clubhouse sorted out because I miss it like crazy. I thank Baz for doing his Zooms, so everybody's still, got a chance to hang and do stuff. I wanted to join the one last week, and then all of a sudden we ended up doing like a 2-hour sound check, and I couldn't get there. When you're out here, your life really isn't yours. It's the gig. So whatever happens, happens. And so I'm going to get going. I'm going to wish everybody a great day, and I will be filming a venue tomorrow. So I'll see you there. Okay, bye-bye.